Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Yuri Pamungkas from Department of Medical Technology, Institut Teknologi 10 November, Surabaya. In this section, I want to present about our research with the title Leveraging of Recurrent Neural Networks Architecture and Synthetic Minority Oversampling Technique for Dyslexia Prediction Optimization in Children. This is the introduction of the research. Dyslexia is a learning difficulty in children that disrupts their learning to spell, read, and write. A learning disorder or dyslexia are caused by nerve damage in the brainstem. Learning disorder or the dyslexia are caused by nerve damage in the brainstem. This condition stems from difference in electrical activity in the human brain. So, to diagnose the dyslexia, psychiatry will usually assess people suspected of having dyslexia. The assessment can be done through the question and answer session with the people concerned and several tests like the medical, physiological, and the academic tests. Then the results of this test will be analyzed by experts in their field and become the basis for the determine whether a person has dyslexia. However, if the test results are analyzed manually, the time required will be long, and the prediction or diagnosis results are also not necessarily accurate. In the previous results, Kaiser conducted data on dyslexia patient based on simple game application such as listening to the video, spelling words, and constructing words or sentence. In addition, he also tried to predict dyslexia using the machine learning, like the SVM, neural network, and LDA. In addition, Rosenberg et al. Conducted a diagnosis of dyslexia in children using web-based games, like the listening to the video and constructing the sentence. The assessment is carried out in children with native Spanish and German language. So the Relo et al. Tried to detect dyslexia in children based on linguistic computer application, and this studies tried to explore was related to language skill, perception, and children memory. Therefore, we are trying to build a system that can accurately predict the likelihood of a child having dyslexia. In this system, we use the SMOTH or the synthetic minority oversampling technique to overcome class inequality in the dyslexia patient dataset so that the prediction results become more objective and accuracy increases. In addition, this system is also expected to be able to provide fast prediction results because it uses the modified artificial neural network algorithm. This study used the recurrent neural network, long short-term memory or the LSTM, and the gate recurrent unit or GRU to predict children with dyslexia. Okay, this is the methodology of the research. In this study, the data inequality of dyslexic and the non-dyslexic patient in the dataset will be overcome by using the SMOTE, so that the prediction results with and without SMOTE will be compared with the evaluation matrix value. The dyslexia dataset consists of patient information and list of questions for assessment. The dataset will be weighted. After going through the weighted stage, the data will be divided into training data and the testing data. In the dyslexia prediction process, several algorithms are used such as simple recurrent neural network, LSTM, and GRU. The performance of the prediction system will be observed from the evaluation matrix value. In predicting dyslexia, we use a dataset from research by Rilo et al., in which there are 3,640 patients. Of the number of patients, there are 392 were diagnosed with dyslexia and 3,248 were without dyslexia. The patients' age were between 7 until the 17 years, with the mean of the 10.47 and a standard deviation of 2.47. Apart from information related to age, some other information was extracted from the participants, such as gender, daily language, and fluency in language at school. Related data collection on participant was carried out using the Spanish. There are 32 questions tested on the participants. Based on data collection, using this question, calculation are then carried out related to the number of question answered, correction answered, wrong answer, the score of the correct answer, the ratio of CA to the number of question answered, and the ratio of VA or the wrong answer to the number of question answered. Okay, this is the illustration of the SMOTE. SMOTE is a method used to balance amount of data that is not balanced between the class. The imbalance of the data between classes can cause the classifier algorithm to have difficulty correctly grouping data in minority class and only focusing on the majority data compared to the minority data, so that the possibility of misclassification or the prediction in the minority class is very high and finally makes accuracy of the classification or prediction of the machine learning algorithm not optimal. RNN is an algorithm that can process data sequentially. The working principle of an RNN is the same as regular NN, but there is additional memory in the neurons. The diagram depicts RNN architecture. The symbol X represents the input sequence. Its circle label X corresponds to a single element in the sequence, and the subscript T indicated the position of that element in the sequence. Hidden state is denoted in H. This is the internal memory of the RNN. Each circle represents the hidden state at the specific time step. The RNN updates this hidden state based on the current input and the previous hidden state. The double circle indicates that the hidden state at the time is affected by history of the past input, while the symbol O represents the output of the RNN at each time step. The O symbol indicated the output corresponding to the input at each time step. Okay, this is the LSTM. LSTM is designed to overcome this RNN weakness. LSTM also maintains the advantage that exists in the RNN to provide more accurate prediction based on the latest information. The architecture of LSTM is explained in the figure. The diagram shows a single LSTM cell, which consists of three main components. like the cell state, the input gate, the output gate, and the forget gate. The cell state denoted by C is the internal memory of the LSTM cell, which store the information over the long period of times. The three gates denoted by E, O, and F control the flow of information into and out of the cell state. The forget gate, denoted by F, is responsible for deciding what information to discard from the previous cell state. It takes the previous hidden state and the current input as input, and the output a vector of value between 0 and 1 indicated how much of each piece of information to forget. The forget gate is like a filter that removes unnecessary information from the cell state. The input gate, denoted by E, is responsible for deciding what new information to add to the cell. It takes the previous hidden state and current input X as input and the output a vector of value between 0 and 1, indicating how much of each piece of new information to add to the cell state. The input gate is like the filter that select the most relevant information to add to the cell state. And the output gate, denoted by O, uh, is responsible for deciding what information to output from the cell state. It takes the update cell state C and the previous hidden state as input and the output a vector of value, which is the final output of the LSTM cell. The output gate is like the filter that select the most relevant information to output from the cell state. Beside the LSTM, GRU is a modified form of RNN. The advantage of GRU is that the computation is much simpler. Even though the computation is much faster, the accuracy produced by GRU is still on par with the LSTM. In addition, it is still quite effective for dealing with gradient design the problem during the data training or the vanishing gradient. The figure shows a single GRU cell, which consists of two main components, the reset gate and the update gate. The reset gate, denoted by R, is responsible for determining how much of the previous hidden state to forget. The update gate, denoted by Z, is responsible for determining how much the new information to add the hidden state. Both gate take the previous hidden state and current input as input. The candidate hidden state is combination of the previous hidden state and the current input. It is computed using reset gate and the current input. The candidate hidden state is used to compute the final hidden state. Okay, this is the results of our research. When dyslexia prediction was carried out using RNN algorithm, the accuracy value training and testing without the modes reached the 91.66% and 90.01%. However, if prediction are made using smooth, the accuracy value training and testing increased to 92.68% and 91.16%. When prediction are made using the LSTM algorithm, the accuracy value training and testing without SMOTE reached 93.56% and 92.77%. Meanwhile, if the prediction are made using SMOTE, the accuracy value, training and testing, increased to 94.81% and 93.16%. It is proven that the prediction accuracy using LSTM is much better than RNN. When dyslexia prediction was carried out using the GRU algorithm, the accuracy value, training and testing without smooth, reached 94.29% and 91.01%. However, if predictions are made using the smooth, the accuracy value, training and testing can increase to 96.43% and 92.24%. It is proven that the prediction accuracy value of GRU tends to be almost the same as that of the LSTM. Okay, this is the conclusion of our research. The results is an increase in accuracy when smooth is applied compared to the without smooth in the dyslexia forecasting process using the RNN, LSTM, and GRU. It proved that dyslexia data imbalance can affect prediction accuracy, and the application of smooth to dyslexia dataset can improve the accuracy of the forecasting algorithm. In addition, using more dyslexic data in the future studies is very important to increase the accuracy of the prediction result. Okay, this is the reference in the research. And thank you. Thank you for the attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.